welcome back to Madam English YouTube channel. Today's lesson we are going to learn about a narrative text. So students, today we are going to listen a very interesting story from Papua, Indonesia. The title is The Legend of the Holy Stone. Well students, after you hear the story, you are going to do an activity 3 and 4, okay? If you have the book English Tingkat Lanjut Grade 11, please open your book Unit 1, Activity 3 and 4, page 5 to 8. Okay, dari halaman 5 sampai halaman 8. But if you don't have the book, don't worry because you can download the book in the description box. Okay, now let's listen to the story, The Legend of Holy Stone.
The Legend of the Holy Stone. A long time ago, up on the Kamboi Rama mountain, there were two villages, Kamboi Rama and Aroempu. Kamboi Rama was a residence for Kamboi people, and Aroempu was a sago plantation owned by God Irawanawani, who also owned a tifa. Whenever the tifa is played, the Kamboi people would gather. Every day, the Kamboi women would go to Aroempu to cut sago for their meals. As time passed by, the sago trees were becoming scarcer. God Irawanawani got really angry.
Get out of here! Don't just cut but sow and plant!
Because they were scared, the Kamboi people moved to the coastal area and named themselves Randuiavi. However, upon the mountain, there still lived a couple of husband and wife, Iramiami and Isorei. One day, on their way home after a hunt in the jungle, being tired, Iramiami and Isorei decided to rest. Iramiami sat on the ground, leaning on a tree. Meanwhile, Isorei was still finding a place to sit. She saw a large stone and thought that it would be comfortable to sit on. As she sat, all of a sudden, Isorei shouted and jumped off the stone.
Ouch! The stone is so hot that I almost got burned.
Isorei cried.
What is it, dear?
Iramiami, who almost fell asleep, immediately stood up, startled by his wife's screams.
I don't know what happened either, but this stone feels really hot.
Answered Isorei in panic. A short time later, in their astonishment, smoke came out of that stone. Curious, Iramiami tried to sit on that stone.
Ouch! It's really hot!
He shouted. Becoming more curious, the couple decided to test the stone's heat.
How if we put this venison on that stone?
Said Iramiami.
Let's just try, dear.
Answered Isorei. Exquisite smells came from the burning meat. As it was ready, they ate them up.
What a delicious piece of meat, or this meat is so delicious!
Iramiami said happily. Unsatisfied with what they had found, they continued testing the stone.
Let's try to put these bamboo stems,
said Isorei.
Let's try these grass and leaves,
Iramiami added.
How about that timber?
Shouted Isorei. Day by day, they kept on testing the stone. One bright day, they gathered more grasses and put them on the stone. The grasses burned quickly and spread to the surrounding plants. The fire got bigger. They started to panic.
My husband! We've burned this place!
Isorei cried in fear.
It's a big disaster and we can't stop. Let's meet God Irawanawani for help,
said Iramiami in tremble. They ran to God Irawanawani.
My lord, please help us put out the fire.
Begged them.
Well, I shall help on the condition that you stop that harming act of yours,
said the god.
We promise, my lord,
they said. With a magical power, the fire could finally be stopped. Nevertheless, it seemed that they had not learned from their mistakes. They kept on testing the stone, until one day they started a really big fire that did not stop for 7 days and nights. They were really terrified and could not do anything but asked God Arawanawai for help. Finally, the sounds of the Tifo were heard again after a long time. All Randuayavi people ran to Camboy Mountain, witnessed the burning forest, which was again successfully extinguished by God Arawanawani. On the mountain, Iramiami and Asori finally told the story of the holy stone. The following day, all Randuayavi people came back to the mountain bringing food items. All those food items were put on the holy stone and the traditional feast took place for 3 days and nights. All the people chanted and danced around the holy stone, worshipping it and passing the holy stone story. People of Papua, particularly those of the Yapen Islands, sanctify the fire stone hitherto. The stone has become a sacred stone that they worship annually.
Well, students, now we are going to have a pair work. In this activity, you are going to discuss these questions. This is the question number 1. These are the question for number 2 and 3. This is number 4 and next number 5. Number 6, 7 and 8. Well, students, so you need to discuss 8 questions. You can pause the video anytime and you can write the question on your book and also answer the questions. Nah, kalau kalian punya buku cetaknya ya, English tingkat lanjut, kalian bisa lihat buku kalian, Activity 3 and 4, lalu kalian jawab saja di buku kalian untuk hasil diskusinya ya. And after that, you may share the answer to the class. Okay, well, that's all the lesson for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this channel. Share juga ke teman-teman kalian ya. Semoga video ini bermanfaat. Thank you and see you next video. Bye!